So I'm Tessa Vaetoru. I'm the Accredited Entity Manager for the Ministry of Finance, and I'm responsible for the Green Climate Fund portfolio. But within that portfolio, I manage and wear many different hats at the grassroots level, the national level, and also international level. I manage the development of projects and programs focusing on climate change and accessing funding from the Green Climate Fund, which is the largest climate change fund in the world. I'm also on the board for that fund as the alternate board member. So I got there by my role from the Cook Islands within the Ministry of Finance, and over the years just built up my capability, my knowledge and experience, which has taken me to the international stage, being able to represent not just my country but also other countries such as small island developing states, which is really nice because I get to speak on behalf of the Pacific for all our issues, our problems, and what our actions are and what our priorities are to address our climate change issues. For me, being a woman in this space, it was just normal for a Cook Island woman. I mean, if you look at our Cook Island women, they're the most powerful, we're present everywhere. And then at the international stage, you kind of forget what the presence of women are, and then you tend to see, oh, we're really different compared to other countries. So to be vocal and to be strong, I think the Cook Islands does that very well for our powerful women. And so it then inspires other countries to also lead and follow behind us as trailblazing women to be able to voice our opinions and make those just decisions. I'm also on the BPW committee as the president, the Cook Islands Business and Professional Women's Association, and we're all about networking, advocacy and development in the Cook Islands, focusing on our businesswomen and professional women. I have been mentored by other previous women such as Lavinia Tama, Christina Tatuava, and also Elizabeth Kortika. So I started as an assistant to these amazing women, and then over the years they built my knowledge and mentored me to be able to grow. And I wouldn't be here today if I didn't learn from them or take the opportunity to absorb all their knowledge and all their passion and then progress to where I am today. It is emotional. For me to take what I learned from them, being able to replicate it for anyone who walks or wants to work alongside me. I was provided with so many opportunities and I made the most of them. So imagine the opportunities that, with where I am today, what I can provide for other Cook Islanders and other Pacific Islanders as well. We want to be about empowerment and not putting each other down, and being that drive behind women to say, look, we can do it. Look at all our women doing it. And I think we have a huge success, line of women doing it in all those stages within businesses in the, in the national space, but also with our professional women at the international space. I think that's a common misperception, is that when we, start voicing our opinions that we're rude or that we're arrogant, but we're not. If we don't voice our opinions, how can we expect others to then know about our context or our experiences? And then how can we make just decisions if we don't voice those opinions? If we keep silent and not, speak what's on our mind, then we're only seeing half the picture. I know everyone is always just like, oh, I don't want to try because I'm scared of failing. But without failure, you wouldn't be able to grow. You wouldn't be able to see what works and what doesn't. So failure to me has been most of, my growth. Trials and tribulations. I'm not perfect. I do fail. I do get things wrong. But it's about, taking the opportunity to, either fail or pass, and then learning from those failures, which has been, such a big thing to why I'm successful today, is because I have made those failures. I have, fallen down, but then I've got back up and just made the most of those opportunities. And so if you're afraid to, progress, don't be afraid of failure. Failure is fine. When people see me, they do assume that I have degrees and backgrounds in these, but it's not. It's just been pure experience of being a Cook Islander, living in, the Paenua, and then also being passionate about what I do, and also wanting to learn from the many women who have come before me, and, make sure I learnt their lessons and learnt about their trials, their tribulations, and how I could do better for all of us as a whole. And I think that saying was, if we don't learn from history, we're doomed to repeat it. So that's always been my kind of affirmations to do that, is learn from history, learn from everyone who's already gone through that, and make sure that we don't repeat it.